Hey, Sage here. So I was talking to somebody about the poetry guy because he was on television just a little while ago, and the poetry guy is a guy who brings a table with an old typewriter, and he types up poems for people that he writes on the spot. And there's always a line of people, of 20 or 30 people waiting to get a poem from him. So it made me think about some of the stranger street performers that I've seen in New York City over the years. So this is going to be a list of some of the stranger ones. So myself, I have done giant bubbles in Washington Square for years, and my friend Eddie, who I taught to do it, continues to do it in Union Square. Then also my friend Joe Mangrum, he does sand painting. So sand painting, he takes the different colored sands, and he does these sand mandalas that are like about 20 feet in diameter, and they're circular. They're always circular, and people come by and they see these amazing sand paintings on the floor. And then my friend Colin brings. A piano, a baby grand piano, a $12,000 baby grand piano to Washington Square Park every Saturday and Sunday from around noon till about 10 p.m. He's there, and he plays classical music under the arch, and people are always stopped by this amazing music, and plus, a baby grand piano outdoors. Then there is, there's a guy called Birdman who also, walks around with a stuffed bird on his head, and he's not a street performer, he's just a crazy man, and he walks around going, quah, 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 but everybody in New York City at some point has seen Birdman. And then there's a lady who has needle-felted pigeons. She has pigeons that were made with felt, and then she puts out 20 or 30, she comes with a suitcase into Union Square, she sits down, she puts out 20 or 30 of these pigeons onto the floor like an art display, and people walk around and they're like, what the hell? And she sits there with this crazy outfit on that she has. Then there is a guy that used to come through the train with a horse made out of foam, and he would come riding through the train car and collect monies. There's also a woman that used to dress up as a fortune teller inside a box, like the ones you find in a carnival, like Zoltar, and she would give out fortunes through the box. There's a guy who dresses up as the Chinese Monkey King, right? He comes to Union Square all the time, and he's got this Monkey King outfit that he does, and he dances around. But then the other ones, some of the stranger and funnier ones, there's a one, like sometimes you'll be like coming out of the train and you'll hear dun, 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 and you'll see a crowd gathered around, and you'll look inside the crowd, and what you'll find is there's a little person who does Michael Jackson, and he's very, very tiny, like Vern Troyer from Mini-Me tiny, and he does Michael Jackson impersonations, and he does dances like Michael Jackson, so we call him Mini Michael Jackson. There's also a famous art couple that I've came across one day, that there's a woman in her 70s. She's got her head shaven bald, and she's got bright red lipstick on. She's got a leopard skin outfit, the day that I saw her, with a leopard mini skirt and leopard skin high heels. Next to her is her husband, also in his 70s, also with his head shaved bald, with his bright red lipstick, with his leopard outfit on, leopard miniskirt, and leopard high heels, the exact same outfit. And they walk, they're a famous art couple, and they go everywhere dressed in drag all the time with their heads shaven bald. Then there's also Matthew. Matthew is a guy who performs in Union Square, and he's got a crazy afro and a beard. He's a white Jewish guy, and he dresses in a Speedo, and he's crazy hairy, and he dances to bucket drummers, right? And then there's a guy who comes through the park. He comes through actually in the village in the middle of the night only, and he has one of those big bicycles, right, with the big wheel in the front and the little wheels in the back, and he dresses as a ballerina, and he has Christmas lights all around his bicycle. And he only comes just riding through the village in the middle of the night, like 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock in the morning. So when I saw him, luckily I was with friends, otherwise I would have thought I was hallucinating, because I see this big 1800s bike, it was like just left you going, what the hell? And then my favorite of the crazy street performers is there's a Spanish guy who dresses as a South American native, right? And he goes to a tunnel underneath in Central Park, and he swings a bull roarer, and he has a headdress on, like a feathered headdress, like a Native American, and he swings this bull roarer, so it's like, and while he's swinging the bull roarer, he's singing opera in a high falsetto, going, while the bull roarer is going, and he's dressed like a Native American. So that really does, grab your attention. So